A.T. Ibas, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, Administrator, Rivers State. Professor Ibibia Lucky Warika, Secretary to the State Government. Acting Head of Service, Rivers State, Dr. Mrs. Iyingi Brown, Senior Aides to the Administrator, Permanent Secretaries here present, participants of Study Group 7 of the Senior Executive Course 47-2025, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am Rear Admiral A.A. Mustafa MNI, the leader of the delegation and a member of directing staff. Your Excellency, permit me to just say a few words before I delve into my short remarks. Your Excellency, I want to mention here that your vision when you were the Chief of the Naval Staff to ensure that officers that have demonstrated capacity are sent to strategic institutions balanced across NIPS, the war colleges, the National Defense College, and also similar institutions in friendly countries is actually yielding positive results. And I want to use myself as an example. In 2017, when you sent me to NIPS, I felt that I should have gone to NDC because you trained us in Jaji, and we thought that the military institutions should be where we go to give back. But your vision was that you wanted to send officers that are capable to go to NIPS and also add value. And when I left NIPS, Your Excellency, the DG and also the Director of Studies, they kept on calling that, how are you people doing it that every year Navy sends their best? Because naval officers, and this SEC can also attest to that, have always been the rallying point, and they galvanized other participants in leadership and also in research towards achieve the Mr. President's mandate. So I want to thank you specifically for that, sir. Sir, on that note, to my brief, so on behalf of the Director General of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, Professor Ayo Christopher Omotayo, I want to most respectfully thank you for granting approval for the National Institute to conduct its study tour to Rivers State, the treasure base of the nation. Sir, Professor Omotayo would have loved to be here himself because of your commitment to the progress over the years of the National Institute. He specifically asked me to send his best wishes to you and the great people of Rivers State. Your Excellency, I want to also add that since we touched base yesterday in Rivers to this moment, the hospitality of your protocol staff headed by Dr. Hono Sirao MNI has been very phenomenal. And in fact, the Secretary to the State Government also personally hosted us to an icebreaker yesterday in the form of a cocktail. He made us feel at home, away from home. Your Excellency, as you're aware, the National Institute was established in 1979 during President Olusegun Obasanjo's regime to serve as a high-level policy-making institution and a think tank that would address critical issues that border on nation building. And the center is actually a center of dialogue, research, and reflection. And the institute actually runs several courses. We have the policy leadership and strategy course. We have youth development and strategy course. We have leadership, strategy, and policy making course, amongst others. But the senior executive course is the flagship course of the institute. As the name implies, it is for senior executives at the rank of directors, permanent secretaries, and above, and also equivalent. So it is a 10-month program where directors, military officers and other officials from MDAs and private sectors come together to brainstorm on critical issue affecting the country as assigned by Mr. President. So this year, Mr. President gave the team Blue Economy and Sustainable Development in Nigeria issues, challenges, and opportunity in line with his renewed hope agenda for diversifying Nigeria's economy. And Your Excellency, the senior executive course this year is course 47 and comprises 96 participants. And we are here with study group 7. Your Excellency, Blue Economy itself is about optimizing the resources and activities of the sea while maintaining the health of the ecosystem. It comprises the new sectors such as sustainable fisheries and aquaculture, coastal and ocean tourism, offshore renewable energy, marine biotechnology, deep sea mining, amongst others. So River State actually is very critical to harnessing Nigeria's blue economy, owing to its long culture and history in this regard, and also its huge potentials in these sectors I have mentioned. That is on the positive. It is on the negative side, River State is also a place for high-level unsustainable practices like logging of the depletion of the mangroves, which is a very high, a potent ground for fisheries, and also pollution occasioned by vandalism, pipeline vandalism, and also crude oil theft. So, sir, we're here to study what has been done, what has not been done, in order to come up with what needs to be done to optimize the blue economy of River State. So in this regard, we look forward to rewarding engagements with the stakeholders captured in our program in order to come up with useful recommendations and findings that would help spur the blue economy of the state. Your Excellency, our report is part of other reports that would be submitted by other study groups, which will be synthesized into one report that will be presented to the President. So when the participants go back, they will submit their report and also present their solutions at plenary. And so we have also submitted an invitation letter to you so that your officials could attend the presentation. We most respectfully request you oblige. So the report, we pride ourselves as experts in policy-oriented research, and that is what NIPS does, or is best at doing. And we believe that this, our report, will be comparable to any consultant report that anybody would bring to actually look at this very critical area of the country. After the presentation and correction, we will go through the report and ensure that we make a special executive summary for you to look at, in order to look at maybe priority sectors or low-hanging fruits that may not require enormous resources to actually start the process. So on that note, Your Excellency, I want to thank you once again for granting us this opportunity to come and research on this very all-important topic given by the President, and I wish you fair winds and Godspeed as you continue to preside over the affairs of River State. Thank you and God bless.
And other members of the directing staff, as well as the participants of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, course 47. Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a pleasure to welcome all the distinguished participants and faculty of of Senior Course 47, 2025 of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru, to Rivers State, the treasure base of the nation and a critical hub of Nigeria's maritime and energy landscape. Your study visit under the theme Blue Economy and Sustainable Development in Nigeria Issues, Challenges and Opportunities could not have been more timely, relevant, or significant. It speaks directly to the strategic national imperative and to a sector in which Rivers State is deeply invested and naturally positioned to lead. Let me begin by commending His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his foresight in establishing the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. This bold and visionary decision demonstrates Nigeria's long overdue acknowledgement of the immense potentials embedded within our oceans, rivers, and coastal spaces, not just as transit zones for oil and cargo, but as ecosystems rich in economic, social, and environmental values. The blue economy, when properly harnessed, offers Nigeria the opportunity to diversify beyond oil, create millions of jobs, improve food security, enhance climate resilience, and unlock sustainable revenue streams. In fact, it is estimated that a fully developed blue economy could generate over $296 million annually for Nigeria. This includes opportunities across fisheries, shipping and logistics, marine tourism, offshore renewable energy, aquaculture, biotechnology, and coastal infrastructure. As renowned oceanographer and economist Gunther Pauli once stated, and I quote, "The blue economy is not about doing less harm. It is about doing more good." End of quote. This captures the essence of what we must strive for: a transition from extractive practices to regenerative, inclusive, and innovation-driven solutions. This transition requires policy coherence, intergovernmental collaboration, robust infrastructure, and institutional capacity, all of which must be pursued with urgency and intentionality. As subnational governments serve as frontline actors in resource governance, there is a compelling need for states, especially coastal and riverine states, to domesticate the national framework and develop tailored blue economy strategies that reflect their comparative advantages and environmental realities. We must move beyond the rhetorics of potential to the discipline of planning, regulation, and investment. Rivers State is strategically poised to drive Nigeria's blue economy agenda. The figures speak for themselves. The state accounts for nearly 30% of Nigeria's total coastline, which stretches approximately 853 kilometers. We are responsible for over 40% of Nigeria's crude oil and natural gas output, and contribute more than 33% of the country's GDP and foreign exchange earnings. Rivers State alone hosts 416 of Nigeria's 1,201 oil wells, many of which are situated within or along our maritime environment. The Trans-Niger pipeline, which passes through our territory, links numerous oil fields to the Bonny crude oil export terminal, a vital artery in Nigeria's crude export infrastructure. Our state also proudly hosts two of Nigeria's largest seaports, 2 oil refineries, and the liquefied natural gas LNG terminal in Bonny Island, one of the most sophisticated and productive gas facilities on the continent. These are not just assets, they are levers of national prosperity. Yet, they also present immense responsibilities in terms of environmental stewardship, regulatory governance, and sustainable development. Therefore, as we deepen the discourse on the blue economy, we must confront key challenges: pollution, coastal erosion, artisanal oil refining, unregulated fishing, inadequate port infrastructure, and maritime insecurity. These are not abstract policy matters, but they are live realities in our communities. Here in Rivers State, under the current emergency governance framework, we are prioritizing institutional reforms, coastal zone management, and interagency collaboration to build a governance structure capable of supporting a sustainable blue economy. We recognize that sustainability must be embedded in our development models from the outset, not as an afterthought. We are also exploring partnerships in maritime education, aquaculture development, port modernization, and renewable ocean energy. We welcome knowledge-sharing engagements like yours to enrich our strategy and broaden our implementation capabilities. To the distinguished participants of the National Institute, I commend your unwavering commitment to national development and your critical role in shaping Nigeria's policy direction. And as scholars, senior executives, and strategic thinkers, your task goes beyond diagnosis. It is to propose actionable, forward-looking policies that will make the blue economy a genuine driver of sustainable growth. Rivers State stands ready to collaborate with the federal government, sister coastal states, international development partners, and the private sector to advance coherent, inclusive, and impactful blue economy agenda. Let me once again welcome you to Rivers State. I want to believe that DG, Professor Motayo, would also mention he was here with us sometime in April to also help sharpen our thoughts on how strategies and policies are formulated. And so we continue to look forward to such collaborations. And I want to use this opportunity to thank you for the good words you passed when you were making your remarks. We want to see more of people like you out here. I believe when the participants do graduate from the course, they will be leading strategic thinkers in their various states. So once again, I warmly welcome you to Rivers State and wish you a fruitful, engaging, and insightful study tour. May your time here deepen your understanding of the challenges and opportunities before us, and may your findings contribute to the policies that secure both our oceans and our future. Thank you, and God bless you.
Senior executive course at present, other groups have stayed other states. This token presentation is for the members of Study Group 7 whom you have graciously approved our study tour, received us here this morning in person. And the unique thing about this plaque is that it has all our names, so that you remember those who visited Rivers State. So on behalf of Study Group 7, directing staff and participants, I make this second presentation for Excellency.
Thank you.